Hi, welcome to another edition of Eating Sharp with Lynn Sharp. And on this Valentine's Day, I'm going to show you how to make something that is extra special that you could make for your spouse or vice versa. It's going to be chocolate bowls filled with a cold strawberry soup. So the first thing you want to do is you want to get you a 24-ounce package of melting bark. Actually, it's chocolate bark is what it is. And you'll want to follow the instructions on it on how to melt it down. Then next, you'll want to get you some 9-inch balloons. 6-inch will probably work better for the size of the bowl, but I couldn't find any, so I'm using 9-inch. And they'll just be a bigger bowl, and that's okay. You'll want to take some parchment paper and line a cookie sheet. And you'll want to blow them up about, not all the way, but a good bowl size. And then what you do is you just dip them down into the chocolate, give it a little twist, pull it up, let it drain off some, and then just go ahead and set it right on your parchment paper like that. And then do your next one. Now, depending on how many people you got coming over, you'll want to make sure you make a bowl for each one. Let that drain off a little bit. And we'll set that right there, making sure it doesn't touch the other bowl. Get the next two in. I'm doing 4 because we're having a couple come over for Valentine's Day, and I think it'll be really nice to have this as a dessert dish for them. So we'll just put this last one in here. Now, after you get this done, you'll want to put it into your fridge for a good 5 minutes so this chocolate really sets up. Because what we're going to do is we're going to dip it again because we want the walls to be firm and really good and the base to be good. So take a break, and I want to show you a little outtake of me experimenting with some balloons. So watch that outtake, and we'll be right back, and we'll pull these out of the fridge and we'll go ahead and dip them again. Be right back.
That was the second balloon, not the first one.
Yeah.
That's what was weird.
Okay, welcome back. I hope you liked that little short blooper there for some entertainment. Don't forget to check out my website. It has the latest videos up there. You can ask me questions and I'll respond to them here on my show as I do my tapings. The last video that I've done was the the Banana Foster's chimichangas. Very decadent dessert. You might want to check that out. So check that out on the website. Okay, so I've let these into the, let them sit into the fridge for about 5 minutes, and I pulled them out. And what you want to do is you want to easily peel these off. They should come right off the wax paper, just like that. And we want to dip them a second time because we want the bowls to be nice and firm, and a little thicker wall. So we're going to stick these back down into the chocolate, and you want to get it chocolate right up to where you had before. You might have to roll it around a little bit to do that. Just a little bit like that. Okay. Pull them up. Set them back on the wax paper. Do the next one. The reason you want to do this also is because the bottom, the balloon kind of comes through the bottom of it. And so doing it a second time will ensure that you have a solid bottom down there of chocolate for when you add in your cold strawberry soup. Get these other ones done up. Now make sure you don't pick up water balloons to do this, because water balloons are made to pop. And they're very thin, and once you get them down in here, as you saw in the commercial, they'll pop on you. So don't get the water balloons. Make a mess. Alright, this last one, now we're going to put it back into the fridge for another 5 minutes. Oops, come on out. Whoa, there we go. Okay. There we are. We're going to put these back in the fridge for 5 more minutes. But what are you going to do with your leftover chocolate? I'll tell you. You get these to-go containers from the restaurants. Just go ahead and give them a little spray of cooking oil. Then go ahead and fill these up and put these in the fridge too. And then they'll pop right out and you can put it into a plastic bag and store it. But before I do that with this, I've got some decorations I'm going to do when we come back from our next commercial break. And I'm going to show you some a nice decorative thing you can do with this chocolate to accent the bowl once you get the strawberry soup in there. So take a break and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Now we're going to make that fancy topping to put on top of the soup when we get the soup done and into the bowls. What I've done is I went and I found some of these really cheap cookie cutters. And they're in a heart shape, and that's okay. And what I'm going to do with this leftover chocolate is I greased it just a little bit, the inside, so that it'll pop out well. And I have it on some wax paper. Actually, I have it on wax paper and then on a smaller cutting board. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fill these guys up with a little chocolate. Like that. And I'll spread that out with the spatula here. Once I get the chocolate in each one. And then this will go into the fridge for, of course, 5 or 10 minutes. Actually, I would just leave it in until you get the soup done and you're ready to pour it into the bowls. Okay, just like that. And we'll spread this chocolate out just a hair so it hits the sides. Like that. Like that. There we go on that one. And the lips. Make sure you give your spouse the lips instead of your guests. Just like this. Now this will go into the fridge, like I said, until I get the soup done. So take a break. I'll get ready to show you the soup, and we'll get moving on this Valentine's Day special dessert. Be right back. Okay, welcome back. I've got the chocolate, the little bit of leftover chocolate. I sprayed the inside of this container with some cooking spray, and I went ahead and put the chocolate in here. I'm going to go ahead and put this into the fridge, and we'll let that chill up nice and firm before I pop that out and then put it into a storage bag, and I can store that. Alright, for the soup, you want to get you can do this in your food processor, your blender, anything like that. I have a hand crank one here. And what I've done is I prepared 2 cups of strawberries. And I'm going to go ahead and put the strawberries right into here. Now, you'll want to double this recipe for the bigger bowls. Let's see if I can get this on here. And this, oops, falling apart here. Oh, there it goes. I just had it very full of strawberries. You want to keep mixing these until they're well broken down. I'll keep mixing that a little bit more. Now what I want to add to this is I have fresh squeezed orange juice, and you want to add a couple of teaspoons of a couple of tablespoons of fresh squeezed orange juice. You'll also want to add about a cup of sour cream. So go ahead and add the sour cream right in. Like that. You'll also want to add a cup of heavy cream. This is going to give it the richness that you'll want with this. Go ahead and just add that right in. You want to do about 2 teaspoons of finely chopped mint. Now you can mint it as minty as you want, or not. I think that should be enough. And you'll want 2 tablespoons of honey. So we'll squeeze about 2 tablespoons in there. That'll give it a very nice, rich sweetness. And I won't add any extra added sugar because that honey is a complex sugar. Let's see if I can get this back on here. There we go. Go ahead and whip this smooth. While I'm doing this, you guys go ahead and take a break, and I'll show you how to get those bowls off the balloons and how to fill that up and make a nice Valentine's Day dessert for your spouse or your friends. Be right back. Alright, welcome back. Now before I start showing you how to get these balloons out of the bowl, make sure that you chill the strawberry soup well, so it's nice and cold before you go to this step. Next, you'll want to get a sharp pair of scissors, and you don't want to pop the balloon. You just want to come up and give it a little hole, like so. Well, if I can get the scissors in there. Oh, that one popped. Okay, let's move on to another one. That wasn't supposed to do that. Let's try this orange one here. I'll work on getting the balloon out of that one here in a minute. What you want to do is you don't want it to pop, because you see what happened. You just want to get a hole in it. And then the air will come out slowly. Because when it pops, you'll have a problem getting the rest of that balloon out. So we'll set this one aside. Okay? So then we just keep pushing the balloon down and pulling it in and kind of twisting. And that's going to release the balloon from the chocolate. Just grab a hold of the balloon and twist. You might have to pick it up a little bit. This comes off of there. It's tough. They hold on there tight, but they will release if you work at it. Okay? So there we have the nice bowl here, and I have a couple other ones that I finished pulling the balloons out of. Now what you want to do is also make sure that you've chilled your top decorations. And I greased them before I put the chocolate in, and they should just pop right out, just like this. Oh, these are beautiful. And you'll want to make sure that you put this side up, because that's going to be your nice flat side. We'll get these here. Okay, here's your saucer. Go ahead and put your bowl on here. Now you can also garnish this with some fancy strawberries. So don't forget, if you've saved some strawberries back, you can make a nice fancy garnish as well. And then we'll just go ahead and fill your bowl. It is a little chunky, and that's okay. Just about like that. Oops, I've gone all the way down the side of this. I am just making a mess. Just like that. I saved some mint here. So you want to garnish it with a little mint like this. Over to one side. And then go ahead and pick one of your chocolates and set it right on top like that. And there you have it. You have the strawberry soup in a chocolate bowl for Valentine's Day. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and remember, you might need to double this recipe on the size of your bowls. And until next time, this is Lynn Sharp with Eating Sharp and Eat Well. Bye-bye.
You definitely want to stiffen up that